What's good, everyone? You are tuned in to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos, where emergency services are for everyone. I'm your host, and today we're in Fort Pierce, Florida, where a 27-year-old woman ordered a 10-piece Chicken McNugget meal. McDonald's ran out, refused to give her a refund, so she called 911 3 times. Let's get into this McNugget meltdown. Alright, so this is Latreasa L. Goodman, 27 years old, Fort Pierce, Florida. It's late February 2009, Saturday night, and Latreasa is craving Chicken McNuggets. Not a burger, not fries. McNuggets. Those glorious, golden, crispy chunks of processed chicken. Latreasa drives to McDonald's on North US 1. Walks up to the counter. I'd like a 10-piece Chicken McNugget meal, please. The cashier rings it up. $3.49. Latreasa pays, gets her change, and waits for her McNuggets. The cashier disappears into the back, returns a moment later with bad news. Ma'am, we're out of Chicken McNuggets. Latreasa freezes. What? We're out of McNuggets. We don't have any more. Latreasa stares at her. But I just paid for McNuggets. I know, ma'am. I'm sorry, but we can give you something else off the menu. Same value. I don't want something else. I want McNuggets. We don't have any. Then give me my money back. The cashier shakes her head. I'm sorry, ma'am. All sales are final. Latreasa is not having it. What do you mean all sales are final? You don't have what I ordered. I can give you a McDouble. That's the same price. I don't want a McDouble. I want McNuggets. We don't have McNuggets. Then refund my money. The cashier calls the manager over. Manager? Ma'am, I'm sorry, but we can't give refunds. Store policy. Latreasa is furious now. You're stealing my money. We're not stealing. We're offering you something else. I don't want something else. And that's when Latreasa pulls out her phone and calls 911. 911 dispatcher. 911, what's your emergency? Latreasa, I'm at McDonald's on North US 1, and I ordered Chicken McNuggets, and they don't have any. And the manager just took my money and won't give it back. The dispatcher, okay, ma'am, is this an emergency? Latreasa, this is an emergency. If I would have known they didn't have McNuggets, I wouldn't have given my money. Dispatcher, ma'am, I'm sending an officer. Latreasa, thank you. She hangs up, waits. No officer shows up, so she calls again. Latreasa, yeah, I called a few minutes ago about McDonald's not giving me my McNuggets. Dispatcher, yes, ma'am. An officer is on the way. Latreasa, well, they're still not here, and they're trying to make me get something off the menu that I don't want. She wants to give me a McDouble, but I don't want one. Ma'am, an officer is en route. Okay. She hangs up again. Still no officer. So she calls a third time. I'm still at McDonald's and nobody's here yet. Ma'am, I've told you multiple times an officer is on the way. Well, they need to hurry. This is an emergency. Ma'am, this is not an emergency. Yes, it is. They took my money and won't give me my McNuggets. An officer will be there shortly. Please stop calling 911. Latreasa hangs up. And finally, police arrive. An officer walks into McDonald's. Latreasa is waiting. Officer, finally. This McDonald's stole my money. The officer looks at the manager. We offered her a different menu item. She refused. Ma'am, did you call 911 about McNuggets? I called 911 because I couldn't get a refund and I wanted my McNuggets. Ma'am, this is not an emergency situation. This is an emergency. If I would have known they didn't have McNuggets, I wouldn't have given my money. The officer pinches the bridge off his nose. Ma'am, 911 is for life-threatening emergencies, not fast food disputes. But they won't give me my money back. That's a civil issue, not a criminal one. The officer issues Latreasa a notice to appear in court for misuse of the 911 emergency communication system. Latreasa is shocked. Wait, I'm getting in trouble? Yes, ma'am. You called 911 3 times over Chicken McNuggets. That's a misdemeanor. But they stole my money. They offered you a different menu item. That's not theft. Latreasa is handed the citation and storms out of McDonald's without her McNuggets or her $3.49. Police release the 911 tapes to the media, and they go viral. National news, international news, CNN, Fox News, NBC. TMZ calls her McNut. Paris Hilton calls her Loco for Pollo. The internet cannot stop laughing. She called 911 3 times over McNugget. This is the most Florida thing I've ever heard. Late night talk shows play the audio clips. This is an emergency becomes a meme. Latreasa gives an interview to WPBF News, and she's embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to show my face in public, she says. But then she doubles down. When you feel that you've been mistreated or misused or robbed out of your money, you have the right to call 911. That's the purpose of 911. So I thought. The reporter asks, "But ma'am, do you really think McNuggets are an emergency?" If I paid for them and they won't give me my money back, then yes. Emergency Coordinator Tiffany Bennett releases a statement. It's not an emergency unless there was some kind of disturbance or somebody threatening someone, and I don't believe that was the case in this matter. McDonald's corporate issues an apology. Carlos Solorzano, operations manager for all Florida McDonald's, satisfying each and every customer is very important to us. Regarding this isolated incident, we apologize for the inconvenience. In the event we are unable to fill an order, a customer should be offered the choice of a full refund or alternative menu items. Translation: the cashier was wrong. Latreasa should have gotten a refund. McDonald's sends her a gift card for a free meal. Hopefully with McNuggets. So, what have we learned from today's Raggedy crime? Lesson 1. 911 is for life-threatening emergencies, not fast food disputes. Lesson 2. If a restaurant runs out of what you ordered, ask for a refund. If they refuse, call corporate or leave a bad review. Don't call 911. Lesson 3. McDonald's employees, if you're out of something, offer a refund. Don't tell customers all sales are final. That's how you get 911 calls. And honestly, I have mixed feelings. On one hand, Latreasa should not have called 911 3 times over McNuggets. But, on the other hand, McDonald's did take her money and refused to refund it. That's technically theft. Should she have called 911? No. Should McDonald's have given her money back? Absolutely. Latreasa's case was eventually dismissed. She got her gift card and became an internet legend. forever known as the McNugget Emergency Lady. Alright, that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If this made you appreciate your McNuggets, not so much. Never take them for granted though. And to all the fast food workers out there, we see you. We appreciate you. Don't make people call 911 over refunds. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for listening to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who loves ridiculous crime stories. And remember, stay safe out there. Don't commit crimes. And definitely, don't call 911 over McNuggets. Until next time, take care. I'm out.